will be sent to the smelter's yard.
No! No, you won't! I won't let that happen to you. I promise. Don't give up.
And Thomas steamed sadly away to Teignmouth. All the engines were worried about Hero and cross with Spencer.
I'm sorry I left my mail truck so close to Hero. I didn't know he was there. It looked like a very good hiding place. Don't worry, Percy. We all did our best.
What shall we do now?
I'm going to tell the Fat Controller. Why? We tried to fix Hero by ourselves. It didn't work. We need his help. First of all, I'll finish the summer house with Spencer. Then the Fat Controller will know that I'm a really useful engine. And he'll want to help me.
The other engines were quiet. They knew Thomas was right, but they were worried for Hero. He was their friend. They wanted to look after him.
While I'm busy, will you all go and visit Hero? Of course we will, Thomas.
All the engines whistled. They were a team for Hero. For the next few days, Thomas and Spencer worked on the summer house busily. Thomas didn't let Spencer out of his sight. Thomas's friends all looked after Hero. He was never alone for long. He laughed and told stories about his homeland to Emily, Gordon and Percy. He listened to Edward's wise words and cared that Henry had to have special coal. He admired James's shiny red coat and thought Toby was very special. The only steam tram he had ever met. The Duke and Duchess came to visit the summer house. It was almost complete. They were very pleased. Spencer beamed. He told them all about it, while Thomas puffed quietly away to see Hero. Hero was happy to see Thomas.
Hello, Thomas, my best friend.
Hello, Hero.
Thomas could see Hero was sad.
Hero, I won't let you be scrapped. Believe me. Tonight I will fix everything.
Thomas chuffed back to the summer house, just in time to say goodbye to the Duke and Duchess.
Thank you, Thomas. Without you, Spence would never have finished on time.
I have to go to Knapford now.
Why?
To see the Fat Controller.
Spencer snarled.
You're going to tell the Fat Controller about that silly scrap engine. I'll get there first to make sure your plan doesn't work. That engine will be sent to the smelter's yard where he belongs.
So Spencer pumped his pistons and clickety-clacked after Thomas. Thomas heard Spencer's wheels whooshing and whirring behind him.
I'll puff hardest. I'll chuff quickest. I know I can.
Thomas and Spencer had the race of their lives. Thomas steamed over bridges and wheeshed through tunnels. He slipped through junctions and raced round bends. Spencer thundered and roared, but he couldn't get in front of Thomas. At a junction, Thomas puffed ahead. Then he turned quickly onto a sidetrack. Spencer thundered on, then screeched to a stop. Spencer reversed back to the junction. He raced after Thomas along the narrow track. The rickety old track went over marshland. Thomas knew that it was the fastest way to Knapford. Thomas huffed and Spencer puffed. Spencer was closer and closer. Then there was trouble. The track was broken and Spencer was too heavy. With a creak and a crack, the track snapped beneath him. The mighty Spencer slid into the muddy marsh. Thomas stopped. He knew what had happened, but he could do nothing.
I'm sorry, Spencer. I didn't know the track was broken. I'll go on and get help. I'll be back.
And Thomas steamed on. Thomas chuffed into Knapford. He was tired and dirty. The Fat Controller was having dinner with the Duke and Duchess. The station master telephoned him and asked the Fat Controller to come to Knapford right away. Thomas's traction rods were trembling. His wheels wobbled. He knew he now had to tell the Fat Controller everything about Hero. The Fat Controller listened.
Hero is an old and important engine. I didn't want him scrapped. That's why we tried to fix him ourselves.
The Fat Controller stared at Thomas. Thomas was worried. He was now sure the Fat Controller would scrap Hero.
Did you say Hero?
Yes, sir.
You mean the master of the railway?
Yes, sir.
Oh, he's terribly famous.
Famous? He's the master of the railway. Why did you think I would scrap the master of the railway, Thomas? Why didn't you ask me?
Because I was silly, sir, and worried. So I tried to fix him alone.
You're not alone anymore. We must help Hero at once. Send him to the Sodor Steamworks. Victor will have his funnel bright and pistons pumping in no time.
Thomas was so happy he wanted to whistle and wish.
Thank you, sir, thank you. What about Spencer? He needs help too.
I told Spencer not to leave the summer house, and he did. So Spencer must wait his turn for help after Hero.
Hero! I've seen the Fat Controller. He knows you're the master of the railway. You're going to be sent to the Sodor Steamworks, not the smelter's yard.
Hooray for Thomas!
Hooray for Hero!
The next day, Thomas and Percy heaved and hauled Hero to the Sodor Steamworks. The Fat Controller was waiting.
Welcome, Hero. It's a pleasure to meet you after so long.
Thank you, sir. I thank you very much. And I thank you for Thomas.
Thomas did his best. Victor will make sure that you will soon be master of the railway once more.
Of course, sir. Anything for you. I will do my very, very best. We all.
Sorry, boss.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Very sleepy hook.
So I see.
Don't worry, Hero. Victor is the best.
A few days later, all the engines went to see Hero. He puffed forward slowly. The engines gasped.
Whoa!
Hero looked wonderful, as good as new.
How do you feel, Hero?
Very happy, Thomas. I never thought this day would come.
Job done, Victor. Welcome back, master of the railway.
Thank you, sir.
Now, Thomas, go and get that Spencer out of the mud.
Here I am, Spencer. I've come to help you.
You can't help me, Thomas. You're not strong enough.
You're right, Spencer. But I have just the engine who can help.
Who are you?
I am Hero.
Are you the scrap engine?
I was the scrap engine.
Blistering boilers.
Spencer, it's time to get you out of the mud.
Hello, Spencer. What do you know?
Hero shunted and shifted Rocky into the right place. Very slowly and carefully, Rocky lifted Spencer back onto the track. And then, with a mighty heave and haul, Hero pulled Rocky and Spencer towards the Sodor Steamworks. When Spencer was fixed, he joined Hero and Thomas. Together, the three engines worked on the summer house. They huffed and puffed their hardest.
Thomas, I'm sorry I thought you were a tricky engine. And Hero, I'm sorry I called you a heap of scrap. You are both fine engines and fine friends.
Just then, the Duke and Duchess arrived for their holiday. They were delighted with their new summer house. That night, Thomas and Hero were resting. Their axles ached and their wheels were weary. Thomas saw that Hero was sad.
What's the matter, Hero?
You have been very kind, Thomas. The best friend I could ever have. But I want to go home.
I understand, Hero. I can help you. Wait here.
And before Hero could puff master of the railway, Thomas had chuffed away.
Sir, I need your help. I know you'll understand. Hero wants to go home. He hasn't been home for a very long time, and he misses his friends and his island.
I understand, Thomas. You did well to ask me. Of course I will help you. Tell Hero not to worry.
A few days later, all the engines were at Brendan Docks. They were very excited.
Here he comes, Thomas. Right, everyone. 1, 2, 3.
All the engines whistled. Then there was one long and low whistle. It was Hero. Hero chuffed slowly up the track and stopped by Thomas and Percy.
It's time for you to go home, Hero.
It is, Thomas. I will never ever forget what you did for me. I will never forget you.
Perhaps I can visit you.
Or perhaps you could come back and visit us one day.
Maybe, Percy.
Sodor will always be your home too, Hero.